Ngobrol Inggris?
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to YNI Podcast. I am Daniel.
And I am Sarah. Hi, everybody. It is so good to see you again. Or, well, to hear you again.
That's right, Sarah, to hear us. Today, we have a very special episode for you. We want to help you practice your listening skills. So take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, maybe get a cup of tea or coffee.
Yes, make yourself comfortable. You don't need to understand every single word. Just listen to the conversation. Enjoy the rhythm of the English language. If you miss a word, don't worry. Just keep listening.
Exactly. Our goal today is to talk about a big idea, but we will use simple words. We want this to be easy for you to follow. Are you ready, Sarah?
I am ready, Daniel. Let's do it.
So, Sarah, let's start with a question. Do you ever feel very excited to do something? Maybe you want to learn English or go to the gym or clean your house?
Oh, yes, all the time. For example, last Sunday, I felt amazing. I thought, wow, tomorrow, Monday, I will wake up at 5 a.m., I will run 5 kilometers, then I will study English for 2 hours. I will be perfect.
That sounds like a great plan. Did you do it?
Well, no. On Monday morning, my alarm went off at 5 a.m. I looked outside. It was dark. It was cold. My bed was warm and soft. I thought, maybe tomorrow, not today. So I slept until 7:30 a.m.
I know that feeling. We call that motivation. On Sunday, you had a lot of motivation, but on Monday morning, the motivation disappeared.
Yes, motivation is like a visitor. Sometimes it comes to your house, says hello, and then leaves very quickly.
That is a perfect description. Today, we want to talk about why waiting for motivation is a bad idea. Instead, we need to talk about discipline.
Discipline? That sounds like a serious word. Is it scary?
No, not scary, but it is important. Many people think, I cannot start because I don't feel motivated. But the truth is, you don't need motivation to start. You need discipline.
Okay, I'm interested. Tell us more. What is the difference between motivation and discipline?
Let's explain it simply. Motivation is a feeling. It is an emotion. When you are motivated, you feel happy and energetic. You want to do the work.
Like when you watch an inspiring movie about sports, suddenly you want to run. You feel strong.
Exactly. But feelings change. The weather changes. Your mood changes. One day you feel strong. The next day you feel tired. If you only work when you feel motivated, you will only work sometimes.
So motivation is unreliable. It is not a good friend.
Right. Now let's talk about discipline. Discipline is not a feeling. It is a choice. It is a decision you make. Discipline means doing the work even when you do not want to do it.
Ah, I see. So discipline is when your alarm goes off at 5 a.m., you feel tired, you don't want to move, but you get up anyway.
Yes, that is discipline. Motivation says, I will run because I feel great. Discipline says, I will run because it is on my schedule, even though I feel tired.
That makes sense. But Daniel, why is discipline more important? Isn't motivation good too?
Motivation is nice. It helps you start, but discipline helps you finish. Think about learning English. Maybe today you are very motivated. You study for 3 hours. You learn many new words.
That feels good.
It does. But what about next week? What if you have a bad day at work? What if you are sad or stressed? If you wait for motivation, you will stop studying. You will say, I will study when I feel happy again.
And maybe you won't feel happy for a long time.
Exactly. But if you have discipline, you say, I am sad and I am tired, but I will study for just 15 minutes today. Small steps, every day. That is how you succeed.
So motivation is like the spark that starts a fire, but discipline is the wood that keeps the fire burning.
Wow, Sarah, that is a beautiful analogy. Yes, motivation is the spark. Discipline is the fuel. Without fuel, the fire goes out very fast.
Let's talk about real life. We all have examples of this. Daniel, tell me about your exercise routine. I know you go to the gym.
Oh, yes. People think I love the gym. They think I am always motivated. But honestly, about 50% of the time, I hate going to the gym.
Really? You hate it?
I do. Sometimes I'm working on my computer and I'm comfortable. The gym is far away, it's hot, the weights are heavy. My brain says, Daniel, stay home, watch a video, eat a cookie.
The cookie is very persuasive.
Very persuasive. But I have a rule. My rule is I must go to the gym 3 times a week. It doesn't matter how I feel. If I feel lazy, I still go. I just put on my shoes and walk out the door. Usually, after 10 minutes, I feel better. But starting is the hard part.
That is discipline. For me, it's about cleaning my apartment. On Saturday morning, I look at my messy room. I have zero motivation to clean. I would rather drink coffee and read a book.
Who wouldn't?
But I tell myself, Sarah, just clean for 10 minutes. Only 10. I set a timer. I start washing the dishes. Usually, once I start, I continue for an hour. But I needed discipline to start those first 10 minutes.
That is a great tip. Just start small.
You know, Daniel, I think our problem is that we live in the age of social media. We see videos of people waking up at 4 a.m., drinking green juice, and reading philosophy books.
Yes, the perfect morning videos.
And we think, I need to feel like that person to be successful. But that person is probably just acting for the camera. Maybe inside, they're thinking, I am so tired, I want to sleep.
Definitely. Remember the Monday versus Tuesday joke?
Oh, I love that one. Tell the listeners.
Okay, on Monday, we are all superheroes. I will change my life. I will learn 5 languages. I will run a marathon. We are full of energy.
And then Tuesday comes.
Yes, Tuesday is the reality check. On Tuesday, we are not superheroes. We are just normal humans who want pizza and a nap.
Yes, Superhero Monday becomes Lazy Pizza Tuesday. If we rely on Monday feelings, we will never do anything on Tuesday. We need discipline for Tuesday.
Exactly. Life is mostly Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. It is not always exciting Mondays. Success happens on the boring days.
Okay, Daniel, this sounds great in theory, but how do we build discipline? It seems difficult. How can our listeners start being more disciplined?
Good question. The biggest mistake people make is trying to do too much too soon. They say, from today, I will study English for 2 hours every day.
And then they quit after 3 days.
Yes. Tip number 1, start very small. Make your habit so small that it is impossible to say no.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Don't say, I will study for 1 hour. Say, I will study for 5 minutes. Or even, I will open my English book and read 1 sentence.
Just 1 sentence? That seems too easy.
It is easy. That is the point. On days when you are tired, you can still do 1 sentence. You keep the habit alive. Often, once you read 1 sentence, you will read 2, then 3. But the goal is just to start.
I like that. Small wins. Tip number 2?
Tip number 2, have a fixed schedule. Do not wait for free time. Free time never comes. You must make time.
Like an appointment with yourself?
Yes. For example, every day at 8 p.m. after dinner, I will listen to an English podcast for 15 minutes. Put it in your calendar. Treat it like a meeting with your boss. You cannot miss a meeting with your boss, right?
True. If my boss calls, I answer. So if my English schedule calls, I should answer too.
Exactly. And tip number 3, focus on consistency, not intensity.
What does that mean?
It means it is better to study for 15 minutes every day than to study for 5 hours once a week. Your brain learns better with repetition.
Like brushing your teeth. You don't brush your teeth for 1 hour on Sunday. You brush for 2 minutes every morning and night.
Perfect example. If you only brushed your teeth once a week, your teeth would have many problems. Learning English is the same. Small actions every day create big results over time.
These tips are very practical. Start small, make a schedule, and be consistent.
And remember, be kind to yourself. Sometimes you will miss a day. Maybe you get sick or you have an emergency. That is okay.
Yes. If you miss one day, don't say, "Oh no, I failed, I will quit." Just say, "Okay, I missed yesterday. I will start again today."
Never miss 2 days in a row. That is my rule. If I miss Monday, I must do something on Tuesday, even if it is very small.
Daniel, I want to speak directly to our listeners who are learning English. I know it can be frustrating. Sometimes you study hard, but you don't see progress immediately.
Yes, that is very common. You might feel stuck. You might think, my English is not getting better.
In those moments, motivation is gone. You don't feel excited. This is exactly when you need discipline.
Remember why you started. Maybe you want a better job, or you want to travel, or you want to make new friends.
Learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint.
A sprint is a short, fast race. A marathon is a very long race. You cannot run a marathon fast. You must keep walking, step by step.
Even on the days when you feel slow, even on the days when you make mistakes. Mistakes are good. They mean you're trying.
If you use discipline, you will improve, I promise. Maybe you won't see it today. Maybe you won't see it next week. But in 6 months, you will look back and say, wow, I can understand so much more now.
And listening is such an important part. By listening to this podcast, you're building your discipline. You're spending time with English. Even if you're cooking or driving or walking, just having English in your ears helps your brain.
So please, don't wait for the perfect day to study. Don't wait until you feel 100% motivated. Start today. Start small. Open your notebook, listen to one song in English, read one news headline.
Be the hero of your own story, not just on Monday, but on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday too.
Well, Sarah, I think we covered a lot today. We talked about motivation, discipline, and how to keep going when things are difficult.
Yes, the main idea is simple. Motivation is a feeling that comes and goes. Discipline is a choice that stays with you. Discipline is the key to success.
Beautifully said. To our listeners, thank you for spending this time with us. We hope this conversation helped you practice your English and gave you some new ideas.
Yes, we will be here next episode with a new topic. Until then, keep practicing, stay curious, and be kind to yourself.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye.